The Germanic warriors, wild, untamed fighters who brought even the mighty Roman Empire to its knees. They fought with relentless courage for their freedom, their families, and their gods. No uniforms, no rigid formations, just pure ferocity and lust for battle. They were the embodiment of chaos on the battlefield, and that made them so deadly. Their appearance was intimidating: leather armor, sometimes reinforced with furs to maintain mobility. Most carried round wooden shields, often marked with personal or tribal symbols. Their weapons were as brutal as they were effective. The Franziska, a deadly throwing axe. With spears, lances, and simple swords, they struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. But more than their weapons, it was their will and ferocity that made them unbeatable. The year was 9 AD, the place, the impenetrable Teutoburg forest. A Roman army of 20,000 men marched along narrow paths through the heart of Germania. They were heavily laden, their formation stretched thin, and the forest was an unfamiliar maze. But the Germanic warriors were already waiting, invisible, their movements silent, their eyes full of fire. Then a horn sounded, and all hell broke loose. Germanic warriors stormed out of the shadows of the trees. Franziskas flew through the air, shattering Roman shields. Spears pierced armor as screams tore through the silence of the forest. The Romans tried to regroup, but they couldn't form their ranks. The narrow path, the dense undergrowth, everything worked against them. The Germanic warriors, led by Arminius, hunted their enemies like prey. A Roman centurion raised his sword, calling his men together. But before he could speak, a spear struck him straight in the chest. Blood sprayed, and the Romans lost all control. It wasn't a battle, it was a massacre. For days, the Germanic warriors attacked, struck, disappeared into the forest, and attacked again. No mercy, no retreat, only one goal: total annihilation. By the end of the battle, 20,000 Roman soldiers lay dead in the forest. The legions, once considered invincible, were wiped out. Varus, the Roman general, committed suicide when he realized all was lost. The Germanic warriors stood triumphantly over the bodies of their enemies, their screams echoing through the trees. They hadn't just won a battle, they had secured their freedom. The Germanic warriors were more than fighters. They were symbols of resistance, embodiments of courage and indomitable will. Their victories showed that even an unbreakable empire could fall when faced with the determination of a free people. The Romans called them barbarians, but the world remembers them as heroes.